Wildcats, and Big Blue Nation has turned out, revved up, and ready to go. Kentucky ready to go toe meets leather and start this game. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Sooners offense will take the first swing of the game. And here he comes, a man who epitomizes the phrase, the tight end's always open, David.
And yes, he is, Reese. And it's so cool. The tight end position now has evolved so much. You can move him all over the field, and you can really highlight a guy of his ability.
Too big for safeties to cover and too fast for linebackers to cover. This is a weapon they've got to take advantage of.
They'll give it on the counter. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, Dave.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game.
Running toward the tape. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. And the Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. You know, Oklahoma's DNA is being tough. They have a whole drill about being tough named after them, the Oklahoma drill, and they won that one.
And we've seen that kind of come and go some throughout the years, but it started with serious physicality back in the day when they ran the option and just hit you in the mouth. But, you know, football's involved, and that's the one thing about this offense. Can they keep their physicality and assert their physicality? The good Oklahoma teams are physical.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference, be great in your conference, get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, but great start.
No doubt, to win the SEC is a long road. You know about that, I know about that personally, and they just got to take one game at a time. They've done an outstanding...
And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And the extra point makes it 7-0. So a drive there of 82 yards, and they covered the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass.
7, Kentucky, 0.
The Wildcats offense has its first opportunity of the day. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
Caught in the backfield, it's Brown. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game, but I can throw it to them. I can try to create some space out wide, dump them the football, let them make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback extends the play. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. Kentucky will be forced to punt. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field.
He caught it! They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal. The Sooners want to move quickly. They'll use the running game on first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown Sooners! And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
That makes the score Oklahoma 14, Kentucky 0.
Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Gets rid of it. Quick completion on the out. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. And they got him for the sack. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback...
And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
Kentucky sends out the punting unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away.
Now, 4th down.
He'll bring it back. It's John. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you want. I mean, offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball early in this.
The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack. A first down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 13. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
It's a really nice throw. It's so impressive watching this Oklahoma.
Fires toward the end zone. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on 2nd down. The give to the tailback. They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job on the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Connection to the right. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. The Sooners are marching down the field. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Comes out throwing on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And the Sooners hit it quickly to the line. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Got it in the middle, it's Whitaker. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. Line getting set on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. They've got the screen set up. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Looking for space. It's Harper. Operating in the red zone here on second down. He's looking to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. They're trying to get to it. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
You want to change some of this bad luck you've had so far around? Get after the quarterback and get his butt on the ground. Nice job by the defense. This game ain't over. It's still the first half. This is a good start.
On fourth down, looking to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Day. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Snapped it in the shotgun. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. On the move from inside is 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his target down the middle. And he didn't squeeze it, it's loose. How about that alert play from the defense to scoop it up? And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
You know, this is a receiving group that practices making catches in traffic, and they're used to having guys trying to rip it free. He's got to do a better job.
Touchdown Sooners! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
You just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision-making.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Leaves it with the back. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. And he converts on third down as he gets it out to the 26. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
That's the end of the first half.
Just about set for the second half kickoff.
Kentucky, 0.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be knocked down. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
Maybe picked up a couple as he gets it to the 14. A third and long coming up here. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. Kentucky will be forced to punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Slips through the line. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute them.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Ran the ball on first down. Let's see what they do on second. He's looking to throw. Unleashes one deep. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone. They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Feeling some heat. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. How good has this offense been on 4th down, converting all 3 times, and they're lining up to go for it again. Snagged in the middle. It's Dave. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. Line gets set. First down. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. On the return, it's Johns. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. They'll throw it on first down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. That is the last thing you want on first down as an offensive sack. Now it's second down. He's looking to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he grabs it at the 15. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. A run for the quarterback. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Quarterback will audible. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And the route is on. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Makes the score. Oklahoma 35, Kentucky 0.
And he takes this from inside the 5.
Returner brings it out to the 13. And for Kentucky Wildcats will take over.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Here on 2nd down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. Hand off from the shotgun. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Kentucky will be forced to punt. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Makes the tackle, really strong, disciplined job, and now we have 1 period to play. We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. The Sooner offense returns to the field. Quarterback on the keeper. 1 step wrap, 2 steps. Junior knows how to get him on the ground. After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on 2nd down. From the gun, running back on the move. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. Gets it out fast.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Here comes a 3rd down situation, and the defense hasn't been able to slow them down. They'll try to power their way ahead. The Sooners get enough for the 1st down.
They came into this game today knowing that this guy was going to have to leave his mark in this one, toting the rock, and he's done that. He's come up with some big plays, and he continues to do that here late at a juncture where they've got to continue running it if they're going to win.
Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming. Flushed out of the pocket. Headed to the end zone. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal.
When you have scrambling quarterbacks, you got to have a spot. You got to have somebody in the middle of the field. Everybody's playing coverage, but that guy's job is to focus on the quarterback and make sure he doesn't scramble and make big plays like this with his feet.
Quarterback duplicitous in his dealing. Some would even say sneaky.
And that was a nice 2nd down run. It's setting up 3rd and inches, and now it's physical time, right? Like, they know you might run the football. You know you probably want to run the football. How can you be more?
Touchdown Sooners! And the beatdown has ensued. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Makes the catch, and he's brought down.
This offense has their work cut out for him, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed them.
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
0 points on the day. That's really all you have to say about this offense. It's been a struggle fest. They've been riding the struggle bus. They haven't done anything right today.
How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? Kentucky sends out the punting unit. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. Looking for a block. It's Johns. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
Looking to go up top on first down. Sends it downfield. He's got it. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And the stomping has commenced. With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Alabama is putting on an offensive clinic, the likes of which we've seldom seen, and this program has had some legendary players. They're up by 29 over Arkansas. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Makes the catch down the right side. The expressway is wide open. I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous party. A late touchdown.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. With this big cushion they're working with, Jesse, they're ready to send these fans toward the exits.
And you know the coaching staff has got to be so happy with how this offense has been able to come out here on the road, fight the crowd noise, and execute at such a high level, Dave.
Yeah, just dominate the football game. And now, listen, it's mode where I can run the football, run out the clock, watch this game go to zeros and get the dub.
And first down for the offense.
Quarterback checking off. He's going to pass. He tries to take the top off. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. And the Sooners are in the hurry up.
At the 11-yard line. And that's good enough for a first down.
Going up top on first down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Second down now after the sack. He's looking to throw. Floating away. Fires on the move. Makes the grab. And he was dying to push his way in there, but he's knocked down at the 3. On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish